What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to another, this time with episode 9, episode 10 actually. I only got a couple episodes left after this, which I find kind of crazy because we still really don't know too much about the curse, although we are very much finding out a little bit more with the whole tape situation. Ended up breaking that somehow. Very finicky kind of material tapes are, and I'm not sure if many of you guys have kind of interacted with that. I haven't personally. My mum had some kind of tapes and such, but I never like popped the tape in or anything. Again, me being like the back of my parents' car when I was like maybe 3 or 4, and they'd pop in tape. I never played one myself. Wasn't in that kind of time period. I was more the big kind of CD players, try and like stuff in my pocket if I couldn't. I put it in my backpack, but yeah, ended up breaking that, which is. I believe houses a massive clue in terms of breaking the curse, so looking forward to hopefully fixing that this episode. We had a crazy end to the episode last time as well, with the whole digger and the girl that, again, was another nice girl, probably one of the better side characters, unfortunately falling off the cliff for that terrible barricade. Yeah, it was nuts. But yeah, do let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. This shit, like, these things are designed to, if you hit them, so you don't go off the side of the cliff, and they just go straight through it. Like, if any of them survive that, that's a massive lawsuit. But it's actually been a little while since I watched the last episode, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, I'm kind of a little bit struggling to see how we're going to wrap this up in such a short amount of time. I know that there is a special that I'll most likely be watching on the channel. I think there's only one special. I will just have to double check, but yeah, I'll definitely be watching that. I'm not sure if it's related to the story or if it's just like filler, but I'll be watching it anyway. Just in case it does add something. That's the thing about like horror stuff like this. Like Higurashi, for example, there's like, I wouldn't say like spin-off seasons, but there's like extra seasons that you could call just like fan service that actually add a lot. Like, they build up the characters and make you love them more, and so on. Yeah, I would have thought we'd have more information by now, perhaps, should be said. On the curse. Like, we haven't really discovered too much new about the curse. We're discovering more ways to discover more about the curse, if that makes sense, but we haven't actually like got there yet. Oh, that's some grass burns right there. Some grazes. God, I tell you what, I haven't had a grass burn or a graze in a long time. Glass eye. Jet black. But again, is it just a case of like you sellotape it up a bit and it continues to play? With the tapes? I'm not sure how it works really. I ain't got I thought that was the guy that died. I ain't got a clue who half of these people are. It's a shame none of these guys died, rather than the characters we actually got to care about a little bit. No one looks awfully happy about it. To be honest, I was never happy about this, even when it wasn't cursed. Okay, so there's the chandelier. That was like one of the only things I hadn't seen from the opening yet. Yeah, I wasn't very happy about taking fucking school photos and such in general. Let alone if it was in a situation like this. I'm not a big photo person anyway. I think I actually I look a lot better than I do in real life on camera, but not in photos, which is really strange. I'm not very photogenic at all. Although, like I said, in videos, I don't know why I actually look better. Maybe it's because the quality isn't perfect. I don't know. Killed him. So, that's interesting, that isn't it? Because I'm now thinking, oh damn. And that reminds me of I think it's Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Don't you guys have seen that movie? Really funny horror comedy. But I do wonder now. You guys know I've been talking about this for a while. The fact that it seems quite likely, judging just based off that guy's reaction this whole time before we even heard about this, that he killed someone. He killed the entity. He killed the imposter. But what if he didn't? I'm now thinking about what if he didn't kill the imposter, but that person perhaps was. I mean, it's quite likely that he did because that would just end everything. But what if he just killed an innocent person? Perhaps that's what it's like asking for. Is killing all these people. I don't think this is the case. Don't get me wrong, but this is another theory. Is killing all these people like one by one, once a month or twice a month or however often. Perhaps it's just telling you. That's this way of telling you. Kill someone from your class, or I'll just keep killing them. You can kill one, or I'll keep killing them. Perhaps you've got to kill someone, even if they're innocent, whether it be the imposter or the innocent. You kill someone, and your curse is gone for that year. And I mean, it'd be really. It's kind of that moral question, isn't it? Of like, when you move the train, do you move the train tracks towards the one person and have influence over the situation, or do you let fate run out and have it run over the bigger group of people? It's pretty much exactly what this situation would be if that was the case. But again, I don't think that's the case. I do assume that was the additional person and the imposter that he did kill there, seemingly by pure chance. I think. I'm not sure he even knew. I wonder if he was able to tell afterwards. I guess we'll hear, hopefully. But I wouldn't be too surprised if one of these students just went crazy and killed the whole class just to make sure that they stayed alive, and then make sure they killed the imposter. Of course, it'd be kind of pointless because you just get locked up for life afterwards, but at least you wouldn't be dead or have a chance of dying. So yeah, that was the imposter. Probably. Judging by the fact he just disappeared. Yes, yes it was. And his whole existence just vanished. Again, just by pure luck. Okay, now this gives us a really solid foundation, doesn't it? Now it really is important that we do find out who this imposter is. It always seemed like that was the case, but there was nothing outwardly saying that like till this point, if we found them, what was the point? If you know what I'm saying? Like, what ends does it mean find this person? It doesn't really mean anything. But now, but it also gets dangerous now, doesn't it? Like, how can we ever really be sure who we're gonna kill is the imposter? Again, this really looks like a little fucking thing from Silent Hill, like a really well hidden dark object. Has yeah. But now again, the question is now, how do we find out if you're an imposter or not? It seems impossible. Maybe we visit everyone's parents. Does the imposter have a fake set of parents as well? I can't imagine so. Don't know. Because they don't even know if they're the imposter. If they did know, do you reckon they'd give themselves up? Sharp music playing right now. So who do you guys think it is? Not really many clues to go off. Unless you've watched anime before, then it's like, oh, there's this little clue here, this little clue here, so on and so forth. But I think it's a lot easier to see in hindsight. I'm slightly suspecting her, the sensei. I don't know. We're gonna have a good shot of everyone here. Who is your guys' prime suspects? Again, I'd be slightly. It's the weird now because I've always said it. I'd be slightly disappointed if it's a random character like one of these guys on this table who we know fuck all about. But on that same point, it's like the rest of the characters are pretty much our main cast, apart from maybe these two girls, especially this one. But yeah, they're our main cast. So they're almost like majorly the prime suspects. However, maybe they're a bit too obvious. I don't know. And everyone else there, it could have been like the standout side characters from the class are dead. So let's just have a look. She's definitely a suspect, just purely based off her design. She actually stands out quite. Both of these girls stand out quite a bit more than the regular old class people here. It would be quite funny if it was the head of countermeasures. That would be quite hilarious. One thing we could do here, perhaps, it'd be very dangerous, but there are ways of dying for like an instant, isn't there? There's like ways you can like die and then be like resuscitated back to life and such. So again, it's risky because you could just die, but perhaps we could try something like that. This blue haired guy, I guess, is another standout side character, isn't he? He's like the class. He's like, yeah, he's got some kind of authoritarian position. Not quite the head of countermeasures, but he kind of looks after stuff, doesn't he? So he's another suspect. But yeah, my prime suspects: Koichi, I'm not sure it can be a teacher, so I'm not even going to say that. I don't know. That's the thing. I really like from the clues we have got. They're only really about Koichi, if you know what I'm saying. We haven't got any kind of. I don't believe anyway. We've got any major clues about anybody else and like shady things about them. I don't believe it's Misaki. His sister died. That like almost that I think that's the thing. If their family members died, I think that confirms that they're not the imposter because their family members were actually their family members. They actually did die. I think it works like that. This pink-haired guy is very suspect, I think. But then again, we saw his sister, and it was his actual sister. So maybe it's got to be someone that doesn't have, and that we haven't seen any siblings or family of. In which case, this red-haired girl, I mean, her brother died, so that kind of rules her out as well. You can. There's. I won't go any further. There are deductions to be made here, I guess, though, aren't there? If I'm assuming it works like that, maybe it works like the imposter. They get brought into this world, but also there's some kind of like break, like what we see with the bullshit telephone stuff. Do you know what? I saw an absolutely hilarious line in Persona 4 that I'm playing a hell of a lot of. I saw a hilarious line. It was a bit of a mock at One Missed Call, which is one of the only Japanese horror movies I've watched. I've watched a couple. It was decent, but it was like it was talking about how bullshit it was that these like it never explains how these curses got into the phone in the first place. And that's exactly what I was talking about a few episodes ago with the whole curse mucking up the phone lines and shit, and like cutting out phone calls. It just seems a bit too bullshit. So I love that little. I initially the line came from coming out of the theater when I watched One Missed Call in Persona, and I was like, damn, yeah, you know what? That was a big plot grievance in that movie. It's also a little bit of a plot grievance in this show, honestly. The fact that this curse seems to mess with so many things like that. Sorry to go on a bit of a rant there. But yeah, I think there are deductions to be made here, aren't there? I'm not going to go any further with it, but yeah. The point I was saying was again perhaps like there's a family that gets like possessed into thinking that they have a younger daughter, brother, sister, whatever it is, and perhaps when they die, it's like, oh, I never had a sister. Who knows? Well, I love shows like this so much though that you can theorize for like hours about stuff like that. If you really want to. Why? How? Oh yeah, that wasn't her fault. Not like she. I don't think so. No, I don't agree with that whatsoever. It's not her fault. It's human nature to be curious. Also, but yeah, it's human nature to be curious, and even more human nature. It's like horror movies. When you're a kid, when you're younger, you really want to watch horror movies because you can't. Like Koichi, he really wants to find out more about her because no one else wants him to, and everyone else ignores her existence, and you'd get even more interested. This guy's got really ill, hasn't he? And use it then. I'm looking at it. Nice. Empty. Fuck's sake, here we go. I mean, I can understand like the no service thing because they do seem to be out in the middle of nowhere. What I can't take is the interruption of fucking cell phone signals from a curse. And again, curses and all this stuff is not grounded, but the rest of the show is like grounded. If you know what I'm saying, it's meant to be kind of grounded. It's a normal humans, no special powers or anything. The only extra part is the curse. Hold on. Well, that's nice of you. Ah, yeah, there he is. Then we've seen him yet? Had we? I remember. I don't know if I paused, but I really tried to look for the ghostly figure they mentioned in this photo, but I never saw it. Can she not see it either? Yeah, yeah, he's there in the top right. Okay, that makes sense why I never noticed it because it does just look kind of normal. He does look like he's. I don't think any of you guys would have saw this, but if you guys are football fans, kind of looks like the picture of Ashley Cole when he was at Roma, kind of standing off to the side, leaning in. But yeah, like it doesn't really stand out massively when you look at it from this perspective, does it? But when you look at it close up, like this shot here, um, again, can she not see this? Like she's asking him to describe it, almost like she's blind to it. Interesting. If that's the case, maybe it is definitely one of these two. Like, why would she not be able to see it, or slash, why would he be able to see it? Why she asked that? Maybe another thing that does hint at the Koichi being the imposter Again, take it back to that phone call where his family messed up a bit of information on him. Forget exactly what was said, but that was suspicious enough by itself. But perhaps that goes with what I said earlier about the family being like possessed in a way of like being implanted with memories of a fake grandson or brother. I don't know. And maybe the parrot bird thing is trying to warn Reiko because it keeps saying her name. Okay, it explains her relationship with her mum. Kind of sad though. Given away. And perhaps this is also. It's like maybe perhaps that's a fake. Perhaps that's not real. I mean, I think it is, but perhaps that's just a reasoning that this imposter's been given for not living with their actual family because there wasn't one. But again, I think this is real and true. Just the case that that could be the case. So that wasn't her cousin that died, as she was talking about. That was her sister actually. Ghost girl. She was a ghost girl back then as well. Okay. And again, from my judging perspective, that confirms that she is a human. This person did. Getting ready to get busy. Sorry, I did just miss that line. I was too preoccupied with this person fucking sharpening their knives. What kind of knife is that? That's no ordinary kind of kitchen knife, I don't think, is it? Oh, so that, yeah, okay. I guess that checks out. So we can pretty much certain that both of these guys are not the imposters. Say that, which is very ominous. So there is another supernatural element. And the fact that she can see out of it is a supernatural element in itself. Well, why don't we just look at everyone then? Seems like the easiest and best option. Oh, I guess that could be an issue. What if someone is about to die and they've got like death on them? They're not the actual. I mean, you might as well kill them and check it out, I guess, because they're going to die anyway. But this seems majorly useful. That's why she asked that. Okay. Well, wish she brought this up sooner. You do, but people are dying. At this point, it's not whether you'd like to. I can do it. Save someone's life. Yeah, that is true though, to be fair though. As I said earlier, there was no point in doing so till now, to be fair. So yeah, that was fair play. Again, it would have been nice if she did bring this up sooner, but like I said, there was no point in finding that person till now. Till it's confirmed that killing them saves us. So Misaki Mate is now the most precious girl to these people in the world. What the hell? Well, things just got really loud. Fucking hell. What happened there then, for fuck's sake? Do you know what I'm going to assume? I'm going to assume what happened there is that whoever that is off that balcony there was the one sharpening the knife and probably attacked him. And he ended up like pushing him off the balcony and killing him. Total guesswork here, but he probably could have just died from the fall, but I'm gonna guess that he fell on his own knife. I don't know, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, interesting episode. Like I said, I feel like even though like it's quite egregious that Maze had this power the whole time, it's like fucking hell, this could have been handy. That could have been really handy to know about, but like I said, there was no point in actually using it or finding out who the imposter was. Like, it would have been nice to know who a fake person is, don't get me wrong, but it wouldn't have warranted any benefit until we found out the fact that if you kill them, that ends things. So now, like I said, she's the most precious kind of resource person she should be the most precious person in all of these guys' lives right now. Yeah, let's have a little look at what we got next time. Looks like shit is going down here, by the way. Like, everybody Oh, so that teacher might have done herself in. Maybe it's the case of what I said earlier. The fact that some one person is just going on a rampage here, perhaps, or maybe all the kids now just started going on a rampage. You can see how people's minds would be very anxious, desperate. The fact that they could die at any minute, and I don't think it's too crazy to think about at least one, maybe even more, from the looks of how crazy next episode looks. Maybe even more than one person going on a killing spree. A bit like Battle Royale. If any of you guys see that movie, it's like winner takes all. You have to be the one person to survive. Just kill people till you kill the. I'm not sure how you'd know. I guess you would just have to make sure and kill everyone, but kill everyone and make sure that you survive. Make sure that you did 100% kill the imposter. But again, how hilarious would it be if that happened and the person that killed everyone was the imposter? That would be a bit bullshit, to be honest, but that is possible, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, quite a lot of information came out of this episode. Again, still don't. I'm not sure we ever will know much about the curse, to be honest. The way things are going, we've only got 2 episodes left. I'm not sure we will ever discover like why with the curse, why it's here, why is it spanned over so long, why is it affecting phone lines, why is it so desperate? Again, is it trying to send a message? Is it just like a pure curse and just wants to kill people? Like I said, I'm not sure we'll ever actually dive into that, which is a bit sad. I would very much like to, but yeah, quite a few revelations here with May, especially her eye, her cousin that died at the start of the show, that's actually her sister. Again, there was quite a few perhaps hints given here about like people with family members that we've heard of actually perhaps being what's the word for it? Not shady. I don't know. But as I said, we don't know how far. That's the thing. That's another negative about not knowing much about the curse. We don't know how far it does span. It can affect phone lines. It can give a fake person memories. Can it alter memories and normal people so that they accept that they have an additional person in their life, like an extra brother or sister that they didn't have before? Is that possible? I assume so. We don't know that for sure, though. Is the thing. But yeah, we did find out that 100% it is. Again, it did always seem like sorry about that. It did always seem like it would be important to find out who this imposter was, because you always want to know anyway. But now there's an actual kind of benefit to doing so. Yeah, it did just feel like that was the kind of end goal of the show, even though there was no point of it till this episode. It did always just kind of feel that way. So that's maybe why I, and probably a lot of other people, perhaps felt egregious that May could always tell with her eye. But like I said a few times now, that there was again no benefit till now. But it did, from a viewer's perspective, it always seemed like we always really wanted to know. The characters in the series, it was unimportant. But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought about this one down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. Again, a lot of craziness. It looks like we've got fire, we've got a lot of blood, we've got cursed piano. The teacher seems to be dead, off to herself or something here. Just a lot going on, looks like, next week. So yeah, makeup and tragedy. So I'll see you guys then. Again, let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And have a good rest of your day, guys.